YouTube, how are you now? Sean back from the EDC den. Guys, I'm all rested and rejuvenated here, feeling great after a long weekend. Had a nice time, was able to get up to the cabin, hang out with the family, get a couple motorcycle rides in. Just a great long weekend altogether. But now it's back to work, back to the grind, back to YouTube, something I love doing for you guys. So let's get into this one. Today, guys, we're looking at another Lionsteel knife. This is the Lionsteel Bestman. Really nice knife here. Made in Italy with M390 steel. I picked this one up after getting the Lionsteel Gitano and really enjoying that knife. This Lionsteel Gitano just might go down as knife of 2020 for me. Just turned out to be a really good one for me, so I wanted to check out his little brother, this little Bestman here. Couple differences right off the bat. You can see the size difference. This one also does have a pocket clip, and the action is just a little bit more tough on this one, so it locks up a little bit better. This one has a little bit easier of a pull, but it still locks up nice and tight. And you can see this one, the blade is big enough that you can pinch it. There's no need for the nail nick. I do like this nail nick though. It's on both sides. Gives you something for the fat of your fingers to grip into when you're pulling it out. Just like that. It would be nice, you know, this blade looks great without the nail nicks, but it would be good if it had one. I did notice one time when my hands were quite cold from being outside. You know, you got that kind of morning fingers condition where your fingers just aren't pitching properly. They're either too cold or you just woke up or something. So my fingers were kind of sliding off this. I wasn't able to get the knife open as easily as I would have liked to. So maybe just a little bit of a shortcoming for the Gitano, but they did remedy that on this Bestman here. Let's take a look at it. Titanium bolsters. And you see a pivot screw there, which, you know, that's a bit of a miss for this knife. Design-wise, I think they just cut a little bit of a corner. You can get this knife as a two-bladed knife. The other blade would come out this other side, similar to a canoe style or muskrat pattern, where you have a blade coming out of both ends of the knife. But it looks like when they made this just a single blade knife, they just kept the same handle design with the bolster and the pivot screw. So a little bit funny to see that, but apart from that, this knife is great. Really nice design. Very nice edge on that blade. This is micarta in brown. It's got a smooth, there's a little bit of texture, but it's mostly smooth. Got the rounded spine that Lionsteel is known for. Helps to hide any gaps. It does look good. All the fit and finish is done really well. Let's check out the centering. It does have a half stop, as you can see. There's the back spring in the half stop position. Here's the snap shut. Very, very positive snap close. And yeah, tucks in really nicely. And there's your centering, guys. It is right down the middle. You can't get better than that. Great little knife for a fifth pocket of your jeans. The coin pocket fits in there really nicely. Nice solid lockup. Zero wiggle. Nice and tight. Here's a size comparison beside the Gitano. So you've got extra handle, of course, on the Gitano. You've also got some extra blade. If you guys are looking to choose one of these knives, looking to decide between the two, it's a tough call. It depends what you're after. You know, if you want something smaller, lighter, a little bit easier to open and close, it would be this one. This one has that extra tough lockup, and it's a little bit harder to crack close the way I just did there now. Not a big deal, but a little bit tougher than the other one. And here you've got the pocket clip, which is really handy. I did get this Lionsteel Gitano first, and I think I am still partial to this one. It's just really nice having this clip to the pocket. It's very light, very low-key, unobtrusive pocket clip. That works out well for me. So personally, I would probably stick with the Gitano. With that said, it is nice to have the smaller option without the pocket clip. Just use it as a pocket dropper. Pretty cool little set of knives. There's another knife in this series. I mean, it's not a series per se, but with the titanium bolsters and the micarta handle, looks just like this one. Like I said earlier, it has the 2 blades. That's called the Lionsteel Bestman 2. So where do these knives fit into your collection or to your purpose of use? I mean, they're kind of a modern traditional, and they're great in that role. I mean, they are put together a little bit better than most of the traditionals I come across. With that said, I think we can all agree that they're maybe kind of lacking that old school character that is commonly found in the traditional knives. There's just no mistaking the slip joints of today and how they compare to the slip joints of years back, you know, whether it's Case or GEC or Buck Knives. Those companies that keep it traditional and keep it old school, there's really something to be said for that. These 2 Lionsteel knives don't give me that warm and fuzzy traditional feeling per se, but they are really fantastic knives. I think they're priced fairly. These are going to last a couple lifetimes. I can almost guarantee that. They're just really put together really quite well. So for me, these fall into the modern traditional category, and I still love my traditional traditionals. I still love my modern moderns, but these are also gaining some momentum in my collection. You could put this right up there with the Benchmade Proper, which I just saw is now discontinued, I believe. But some of the companies have branched out and made these kind of quote-unquote modern traditionals. And yeah, I've got a couple. I really like them a lot. But like I said, there's something to be said for that classic traditional look, which these are lacking. So they don't quite check that box, but otherwise, really, really great knives. Just another quick look at the blade before we put it away. You can see that nice wedge on both sides. The nail nick also on both sides, not necessarily for your nail, but more for pinching the knife open, and it works really well in that regard. Nice even grind, ultra pointy tip. Very, very fine tip. Nice even grind. Very thin behind the edge, even all the way up, it's quite thin. So there's your look at the Bestman and a little side-by-side with the Gitano. Couple of great knives here, guys. Definitely recommend these. All right, so that's it for today. Hope you all have a fantastic day. We will talk to you real soon. Take care, guys.